In this video, we'll go through some of the features of the Pro Modal. On this page we have a few sections taken from the library and one modal element at the bottom. Let's change the visibility so we can see it in the builder. Inside the modal, we've added two containers to create a modal header and modal content area. Let's look at the available options. Here we can add various triggers. We can also choose if we want the same modal to be reshown to the same user. We can change both the modal content width and the backdrop color directly from the General tab. We can change the vertical and horizontal positioning. And control how far the modal is away from the edge of the viewport. The built-in close button can be customized. It's also possible to use any element to close the modal. We can customize some of the modal behaviors, including automatically moving the user focus inside of the modal as it opens. For the animations, we can change the start and end position, which will change the movement of the modal. By default, the modal slides up as it opens and slides up further as it closes. Let's add a trigger. We can set the modal to only appear on page load if there is a specific URL parameter. Now the modal doesn't appear unless there is a newsletter parameter in the URL. We can also be more specific by including a value. We can show the modal every time, never again, or only after a certain amount of time has passed. After this time, the triggers will be reactivated. Let's show the modal only when the user has scrolled to a specific element. This could be an element at the very bottom of a page. We'll give the element a class, our trigger element. Once our trigger element comes into view, the modal is opened. There are currently 9 trigger types. The number of page views is the number of times that a page with this specific modal has been viewed by the current user. We can test it by refreshing the page. On the 4th page view, the modal is opened. After it has been opened, the counter resets so it would show again after another 4 views. We can combine this with the reshow setting to make sure it's not being seen too often by the same user. Let's change the animations. We can preview the positions inside the builder. We'll move the modal over to the right, with a large scale. Now when it's opened, it will scale down and move to the left. We can do similar with the end position. Let's make it shrink down further. And there we have our animated modal.